Hi, today I would like to show you how to replace the touch IC on the 6 Plus. This particular iPhone 6 Plus came in for the repair. The guy said that he just dropped the phone and all of a sudden the touch stopped working. So I tried a couple of LCD screens which did not solve the issue. Then I checked the touch connector, everything seemed fine there as well. So the next thing I tried to do is replace the touch IC, and that actually worked. So I made the video while replacing the touch IC because I thought that it might be useful for the guys who are facing the same sort of problem. So here is the demonstration. How do you do it? So first thing we are gonna do is just put some Kapton tape around the whole IC. It's just to cover the nearby chips so that when you are taking the touch IC off, you don't reflow the ICs which are nearby. So the first thing you should do is put the Kapton tape on. Okay, once I've put the Kapton tape on, I was just gonna position it in a way so that my tweezers can get in there and hold the IC properly. And so I was just preparing myself to take this chip off. So the first thing what I did is I heated up the IC a little bit, not a lot, a little bit, so that I can put the solder paste on. Uh, Soldering flux on the paste, sorry, soldering flux on so that it melts and it just goes all over the LCD chip and around it. So there you go, put some flux on and then attack this chip brutally with the heat. There we go, the flux is on and we've started to heat it up so that it comes off the board. So I'm just gonna keep on moving it. Remember, you have to use the right size of nozzle when you are using the heat gun, as this chip is a bit bigger chip than the U2, so it will be better if you use a bigger nozzle and heat it up as you know, as it starts moving itself. Make sure you don't pull it. If you pull it, then you might end up pulling some of the joint, the connection underneath the chip. I can't remember the word, what do you call that, but you would end up doing that. So as you can see how neat and clean that is, it just came right off. So you just don't have to pull it or anything. It's just keep on applying heat, and when you see through the microscope that it's moving sort of, then just move it a little bit and then just pull it all the way up. So the thing we can do is either excuse me, the thing we can do is either uh, reball this chip or just put a new one on. So I did try to reball this chip, which turned out to be a failure because I did not have the right um, mesh for the IC chip. I was trying to use iPhone 5s chip, the stencils to use instead of the iPhone 6 Plus. So it never worked out. This is why I am not going to put anything related to the reflowing the chip, but I'll show you that how did I clean it and everything. So it's simple job when it comes to the cleaning. So while the area is still hot, you just apply some more solder flux on, solder on, and it just kind of gathers up rest of the solder together. It becomes like a big ball, as you would be able to see here. So it'll all lift up by itself. So you can just take it on top on the surface. I'm not pressing it or anything. I'm literally few uh, above the ground. I was just touching the solder, not the board at all. So I did a bit of mistake there as well, which I would like to show you too. Not everybody's not perfect, so there you go. And that's the mistake that I've done. Because the board is getting colder, the solder is not flowing as it was before. So I should have actually done it in one go, but I did not. So that's what happened. Well, it's not that I've made a very big mistake or something. It's just the solder is stuck there, so I'm just gonna apply some flux on top of it, try to bring it on the right side, because if it goes onto the capacitors or resistors on the side, then I'll have to take all those things, all the resistors and the capacitors off, clean them up, blah blah blah. It will be just a longer job. So I'm trying not to. I'm trying so that does not happen. So I'm trying to bring it in a side. Well, I think I don't have to give you the commentary on this one, so you can just watch me how it's being done. So once I knew that I wasn't gonna go anywhere near that, I mean, I could not pick up the rest of the solder ball on the solder iron. I brought my wick, and this is the bigger solder iron, which actually has a bigger tip, which makes it easier for the solder wick to suck the solder. So I'm just gonna lift excessive solder on by the solder wick. There's my wick and my solder iron. As you can see how easily it is done with that bigger solder tip. Here we go. Once I'm done removing all the excessive solder on the part where the solder was, I'm just gonna clean it and start preparing myself for the new chip. So I just use a Q-tip on some alcohol on it and clean it so that there is nothing left. So we just put the new chip on it, on there, and just heat it up. This should have been Captain tape, but for some reason I took it off and start heating it up. And you heat it up till it actually finds its place, as we have done it in the previous videos, that we keep on heating it up till it gets to its place itself. And once I'm sure that it's set into place, I'll stop heating it up and wait it to cool down, then test the work that we've done. Okay, I'm sure that it has gone cold, so it's time to take it off the mount, put everything back together, and test the phone whether it works or not. So stay tuned. So when the assembly is done, we are just gonna switch on the phone and test it. As you can see, it's coming on. We have successfully not broken anything. So when it comes on, we'll check if what we were fixing is fixed, so that we can be happy about it and our customer too. Ta-da! Let's come on and we'll test the touch, which is there, and we are so happy right now. Okay, thank you very much for watching the video, and if you like it, hit like and subscribe, and if you do want to send us the repairs, please log in to our website or call us. Thank you very much again. Bye.